see what's next.
Nobody was more excited to see HBK return to the ring than me.
Shawn Michaels is the world's champion. Do you believe in miracles?
A lot has happened between the two of us since you kicked me in the face. I've attacked you.
And a low blow by Jericho. Wild chair shot.
You've attacked me.
Shawn Michaels has him, Jericho.
Come to this ring and speak to me face to face.
Ask and you shall receive.
I wanted to be just like you, Shawn. Pretty soon people were saying that I was gonna be the next Shawn Michaels. I grew out of wanting to be the next Shawn Michaels, and I concentrated on becoming the first Chris Jericho.
That's what you should be concentrated on. I'll be trying to be someone else.
You tried to be the hero one too many times, Michaels.
Look out! Awesome sweet chin music. I'll see you at WrestleMania. So it's on. HBK, Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, a man, takes responsibility for his actions.
I am better than you, Shawn.
A man doesn't hide underneath the ring and jump another man from behind.
I'm more charismatic than you, Shawn.
A man looks the other man in the eyes.
I want to end your career at WrestleMania.
Chris Jericho, get ready, because I'm coming to fight.
Man, they have had a lot of feuds together. This is what I think this was the first feud they had, and then obviously, if you know current, not current, but like most recently, they had a feud a couple years ago, 2008, around that time, where Chris Jericho attacked Shawn Michaels' wife. I think that went a little too far, but if she was okay with it, so yeah, I'm just giving you guys a little history lesson about a match that might not be in the game because it didn't take place at WrestleMania, so that's why it won't be in the game. But
the following contest is
when you start rambling and let's get into the match.
Introducing first, from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
What a night this could be, King, for Chris Jericho. He was the first
awesome attire,
WWE
man.
Champion. A kid
Look at that.
Was actually born in New York City, and he grew up his whole life as a
Shit.
WWE fan.
I love this show.
His whole life that he emulated from day
Oh,
one
look at that.
is his opponent tonight.
This is sick. Damn. This was also one of my favorite WrestleManias, WrestleMania 19. Had some pretty good matches on this card. Seriously. This match is a match that everybody loves. Calling it one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time because it was so well wrestled. It was very technical. Also, you had obviously Rock versus Austin 3. Stone Cold's last match, which is probably the next match that's going to happen after this one. You had Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon. Probably not the best technical match, but, it was still
San Antonio, Texas,
entertaining, I guess.
225 pounds, the Heartbreak
He looks good too. Not bad.
Michael.
That's just how he looked too. That's exactly how he looked at WrestleMania 19.
Oh, look at him. Shawn has always been a showstopper, but this match could be a
Just a sexy boy.
Arguably, both these men in different circles are considered pound for pound the best in the business. Shawn Michaels was the first ever Grand Slam champion, winning every major championship the WWE has to offer. A severe back injury that necessitated major surgery looked like it had ended Shawn's career right after WrestleMania 5 years ago.
Wow, he's back with a blast now. You know one thing about Shawn Michaels, he becomes a different man at WrestleMania.
True. He likes to call himself Mr. WrestleMania for a reason, because he puts on some of the greatest matches there. And in my opinion, him and Undertaker had the greatest WrestleMania match of all time at WrestleMania 25. Even though I hate WrestleMania, like as a whole, I hate WrestleMania 25. I think all the matches on there suck except Michaels and Taker. So it had one redeeming quality about it. But this WrestleMania was awesome. It had Michaels, Jericho, Rock Austin, Hogan, Vince, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle. It was packed, man. It was pretty damn nice. I love how they looked exactly how they looked during the match, man. This looks good job.
I mean, he went from telling him how much he idolized him as a kid to sabotaging HBK's Royal Rumble ambitions.
When you're talking about Jericho and HBK, you're talking about two men who are head and shoulders above the competition.
Oh, this one will be
head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I had to. I loved the Beatles when I was a kid. The Beatles. I'm sorry. The Wiggles when I was a kid. The Wiggles.
Oh, that's kind of hurt.
Applying force,
Nice.
sending the opponent
Get right back up.
crashing down to the ground. And he hits the neck breaker.
Seriously, this is like, to me, the last like amazing WrestleMania. Next one was 20, right? I wasn't, you know, I mean, I thought WrestleMania 20 was okay. I thought it was alright.
Jericho reverses it.
But to many people, that was when WWE became, you know, stale and boring.
Grandest stage of
Because
them all, where
some
legends
people
are
that
made,
out there that just
where
hate John
reputations
Cena
are enhanced, where
was
memories
that, I mean, John Cena won the title.
And
He
that's
beat Big
exactly
Show for the
what
US
this
title.
particular match
That was like
is
his first
all about.
title, and that was like his first WrestleMania match.
He wants a career
And some people think that ever since that moment, WWE has just been terrible. I don't think that's the case, but I don't know.
Shawn Michaels, you gotta wonder if HBK
To me, this was like the
entrance
last
with all the
good
pyrotechnics,
WrestleMania.
with these 54,000 plus fans on
Then again, I think
is all
WrestleMania
getting in the head of
became
Chris
stale
Jericho.
after WrestleMania 24. That's when I thought it became stale. Ever since then, I haven't enjoyed WrestleMania as much as I used to. Like, all these past WrestleManias, you know, 29, 20, 28, 27, 26, 25, have been pretty bad to me.
With his back against a
You know,
wall.
except for a few matches. You know, the obvious ones like Taker versus Triple H at 28. See what else was there. I didn't even watch WrestleMania 26. That's how much I was into it. I didn't care about it at all. WrestleMania 27 was terrible too. Not one good match on that card to me. I mean, except for Triple H and Taker, that match was decent. They had a decent match.
Shawn went in as champion, but soon thereafter had his back surgery.
28. Yeah, it's a 28 already. Yeah. But The Rock versus John Cena was okay. It was alright for what it was. WrestleMania 29 match is forgettable. But between those two, I don't remember what happened. It was just a wrestling match that nobody was like really into. It was just like, okay, this is, it's just there, you know. There was nothing to say about it. That's not a good thing for a wrestling match. It should always have something to say about one particular wrestling match, you know, if it was good or bad. But if people just don't care, that's not good, you know.
Hey, wait a minute, what's he doing?
Oh, nice move, Chris Jericho. This really has been, and it was even better in real life. Pretty damn good. I also like this WrestleMania because it was outdoors for a while, if I was correct, because I remember this match was outdoors. Had the sun shining on them a little. It was nice. It was pretty nice. I also liked the arena that they were in. I think it was called the something Saco Field, something like that. I forgot what it was called. Don't like get mad at me because I don't know the name of it. But the arena was like unique because the way they walked down to the ring, it was curved. I'll shut up now so they can watch this. Whoa, what the?
The tide of this match has just turned, JR.
Chris Jericho is a world-class athlete, no question.
Oh, that's disrespectful. But they would do that all the time back in these times. They would always throw each other's moves. That's what I loved about it. They never do that shit today. Uh-oh. Irish whip. Wait, what? Hit Chris Jericho with the sweet chin music. Alright. Got it. That was easy. Okay. I think this is a good match.
He's trying for a pin here. Here's 3.
Great match. Great match.
Here is your winner, Shawn.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
I knew he would do it, JR. Sunday night, March 30th, will be a night that Jericho and, I dare say, Shawn Michaels will never forget as long as they live.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this.
I don't believe it, but I'm damn sure proud to see that.
Suckered him.
Those young lions.
He got him real good.
What a blatant cheap shot. Now, you talk about being a sick, pathetic loser right here at WrestleMania after competing in a match, perhaps the match of Jericho's lifetime, and he ends it with a low blow. That's damn sure sad by Chris Jericho.
Well, it's frustration, JR. I mean, this match has been years in the making for Chris Jericho, and it just didn't turn out the way he wanted it to.
Understandable. I guess. Let's keep it moving.
When Stone Cold Steve Austin walked away from WWE, shockwaves vibrated the foundation of the company.
7 months ago, I told my boss, Vince McMahon, to take this job and shove it. When Stone Cold Steve Austin got tired of sitting on his ass at the house, and everybody said, Austin can take his ball and go home.
But when the rattlesnake finally returned, he didn't come alone.
I didn't bring a ball with me. I brought a big fat can of whoop ass. I can guarantee you that I am going to raise more hell than I've ever raised in my life.
Before the bionic redneck could reclaim his superiority, another superstar was out to challenge his legacy.
Austin, do you remember the last 2 times you went 1-on-1 with the great one? I whipped your ass not once, but twice. The Rock has done it all in this business.
The incomparable People's Champion. He's a leading man in Hollywood. Right.
The one thing that The Rock has not done is whoop that ball candy ass at WrestleMania.
The stage was set for the greatest rivalry in WWE history to enter Act 3.
It's like a cancer in the soul of The Rock. He has never beaten Stone Cold at a WrestleMania. It'll be The Rock. It'll be Austin one-on-one at WrestleMania.
You're damn right. You call that the best feud of all time. It really is. In many people's opinions, in my opinion, it really is the greatest feud of all time in wrestling history. They did some great shit back in the day. And this was Stone Cold Steve Austin's last match to date. He hasn't wrestled since then. Maybe he has in a, I don't know, somewhere else, but this was his last WWE televised, match. And it really was a good way to go out, against The Rock, his greatest rival. Biggest stage of all time, WrestleMania. Alright, let's just get into this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Hollywood Rock.
Flora,
Yes.
weighing 275 pounds, The Rock.
Arguably the greatest third-generation superstar in the history of our business. His late grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia, was a superstar. The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson, a tag team champion. This young man using the WWE to springboard to Hollywood stardom. But the one thing The Rock has never done, and I truly believe it's eaten him alive, King, is that on the grandest stage that our business has to offer, The Rock has never, ever defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin.
At WrestleMania, you're right. And you're right, I have to agree with you. I think The Rock is obsessed with that now. It's become his mission in life.
Well, I would be pissed too if I lost twice in a row. Not in a row, I mean. Twice to my greatest rival at WrestleMania. I would want to get one over him, you know what I mean? I think it's good that The Rock got over him once, at least.
He has earned the reputation as the toughest SOB in WWE. There is no one that has ever laced their boots any more intense, any more with a will to win than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, he's a rattlesnake, all right. He is one tough SOB.
Austin raised the country.
Son of a bitch.
The rattlesnake grew up wanting to be here, wanting to do this. This is Austin's life. This is the rattlesnake's destiny. But the same can be said for The Rock. You can make a good point that who is the greatest WWE champion of all time? A lot of arguments, a lot of discussion can be had in that respect. But it very well could be one of these two men in the ring, and only time will tell.
Can't really say who the greatest is. Everybody has their own opinion on who the greatest WWE champion is. In my opinion, maybe. I don't know. I'm biased as hell. I'll say The Rock. You know, I can't be any more biased, I guess. You know, people can say Hulk Hogan. People can say Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. They can say Stone Cold Steve Austin. They can say The Rock. They can even say John Cena. Some people would say that. They can say Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Triple H, Chris Jericho. There's been so many champions in the history of the WWE. So that's never going to be like ever clarified. It's always going to be a matter of opinion. Can't on that.
His life, and that's what he is. Steve Austin is a wrestler as intense as any wrestler I've ever seen. I certainly applaud The Rock at being multifaceted, at being a star in Hollywood. I just don't think that our fans share that sentiment. Well, The Rock,
who cares what they think? Honestly, The Rock doesn't give a shit what the fans think about his Hollywood stuff.
That very reason might be The Rock's undoing, King.
Honestly, they really hated The Rock around this time just because he wanted to branch out and do something else with his life. I mean, come on. Honestly, tell me that if you were a wrestler and you had the chance to become a big movie star, earn lots of money, get your name out there, become famous, that you wouldn't do it? You would stay and wrestle for WWE for next 10 years, you know, putting your body on the line just for the, you know, just for the fans. I mean, The Rock gave them, what, 7 years, maybe, something like that. The Rock is a legend, man. I think he paid his dues and everything. I think he gave the fans everything they wanted. I mean, he even came back these past 2 years and did 2 WrestleManias with John Cena. 2. He could have just did the 1. He could have just fought John Cena at WrestleMania 28 and then been gone. But he came back and did another one. Even though people didn't want it, you know, he came back and did a rematch. So he even fought CM Punk. He's trying to put CM Punk over too. But no, there's people out there who actually are hating on The Rock for whatever reason. It's because they're jealous, or I don't know. They just don't like him. And I can understand that. If you don't like The Rock, that's you. That's your opinion. But I'm just saying, Stone Cold hasn't been there since 2011. It's 2013. Just saying, you know what I mean? Like, where has Stone Cold been? Everybody wants him to fight CM Punk WrestleMania, and he hasn't been there. You know, he hasn't shown up. I just don't understand why he would come to do a stupid All-Star Raw shit, like, and not want to come back and do a program with CM Punk. I think that would be a great program between those two. Those two are perfect to feud. But apparently, Hulk Hogan is going to come back and, you know, WWE and fight John Cena at WrestleMania 30. Which would be pretty nice, I guess. That's a match everybody has wanted to see for years now. Like around the time WrestleMania 25 was happening. That's when people wanted to see John Cena versus Hulk Hogan. And we never thought we would get John Cena versus The Rock, but we got it. Oh my god, I almost lost. I almost fucking lost right there. Oh shit, here we go. Oh. People's elbow. Okay.
But this match can't be going the way Austin imagined it would.
I think The Rock is hungry. He wants it more. And what we are seeing is a motivated Rock destroy Steve Austin.
Stone Cold is not one to shy away from competition or a challenge. Austin needs to turn the tide right now. This very second.
Oh, The Rock is so close that he can taste it. The weight of the world is moments away from being
honestly, if The Rock can come back and fight John Cena and, you know, be a part of WWE for a little while longer. Brock Lesnar comes back. He's a part of WWE now, right? A little, you know, he fights, you know, Triple H, CM Punk, and, you know, John Cena. I mean, why can't Stone Cold come back? You know what I mean? I mean, why? Because of his legs? Why is he so afraid? He can't come back for one match with, you know, CM Punk and put him over? I mean, come on. I think Stone Cold can come back for one match and give the fans what they want, and then he can go out, you know, and do. He doesn't have to come back ever again. It's one match.
The rattlesnake is reeling here, fans. Just how much more of this can Austin take?
I think if The Rock can do it, Stone Cold can do it too. Oh wait, I gotta hit him with that people's elbow. I forgot. I was about to try to win this match right now.
I can smell what he's got.
You know, this whole time I haven't done people's elbow yet, so this is the first time I'm doing it. But then again, this might have been like one of the only times I got to play with The Rock in this whole thing yet. What's the second WrestleMania moment? Gotta pin him maybe? I don't care about all that shit. I just gotta win.
Seeing is believing, and we all saw it. We saw The Rock do what you thought couldn't be done, JR. Admit it. These 54,000 people thought it couldn't be done. Then turned their backs on The Rock. And
I gotta take the notifications off.
But The Rock
Alright, I'm gonna do it right now. Sorry about this. I gotta take that shit off real quick. Turn it off. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright. Shall we continue? I think we should. One more match wouldn't hurt me.